and lots of tunes, and then those bits of those tunes incorporated into your solos. Like you learn so many of them that when you're soloing, you're actually pinching one bit of Sally Gooden and one bit of something else. So it's a bit like that with like kind of jazz and swing tunes as well. You hear in people's solos, you hear little bits of other tunes. Sometimes they're really recognisable and they're actually kind of quotes. But yeah, so whatever you like musically, just learn lots and listen lots. But what I thought what I might do is if anyone wants to, we can just open up that 3-note blues thing. But because I just wanted to show you that maybe I'll just screen share it for a second. Is that a good? We'll try a screen share. How does that? Can everyone see that? 3-note blues practice. Oh, yeah, can you see that? Sorry, I forgot everyone's muted. I'm just going to play that first phrase. Like they're so simple, but it's like, and I've put some dots and dashes on it because without any kind of like articulation, you could get kind of, and there's a big difference between, and you're really kind of shaping. Do you want to all try doing that phrase just silently on you? I'll kind of count it in. We'll just do it a few times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're just kind of dampening the note by lifting your finger off. I suppose, has everyone done a bit of dampening before? Oh, that's right. I can't hear anyone. I just imagine someone said here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play this backing track, and I'll just play down it goes for about a minute and a half or something. I'll just play it and play along or have a listen, and they're very simple phrases, but they can still kind of be quite challenging to make them sound good.
Hey Sam, is there any chance you can make it larger on the screen, please? That's better, thank you. Oh, too big.
Sorry, I'll just, if I go like,
that's good.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'll just do the first 12 bars or something, because then we can. I don't think I can scroll and actually. Oh,
yeah.
Actually, I can get the first.
The one in the chat is different.
Oh, is it? Is it a?
It's
What's it? Oh, is it in notation?
It's an octave. It's octave up.
Oh, is it in notation or is it tab?
Oh yeah, it's in notation.
Oh, okay, yeah, right. I can put the tab one in there.
No, this is good. This is fun.
All right, yeah, okay, all right. So I'll just play those first 2 choruses, and yeah, play along. And like I've put dots and dashes for the first 12 bars, and then after it, I thought, everyone will get the idea. Basically, you kind of always end with a short note, like rather than. For some reason, it sounds kind of a bit hipper to kind of to stop that short. All right, so this will be fun. Let's see how we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. top, I think. I might just stop there for a sec. Could you hear that okay? Yeah, good. I know this is a bit kind of nerdy so soon in the piece, but there's a few where I've got there's a little slur over, and that's like I'm doing a kind of, say that the fourth one, it's got, so instead of going, it just when you've got kind of four of those quavers in a row, it just sounds a bit better to not kind of, sounds a bit smoother to hammer on, or do a pull off for one of them. Should we try the second lot of 12 bars? And just butt in if there's any questions or anything. Just butt in. So I'm going to try. I'm just going to scroll up here. So I'm going to try this second lot, and they all go with the same bit of backing track, so it's all good. Come back. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh, sorry. Whoops. 1, 2, 3. How did that one feel? Should we do that one again? Is everyone getting the hang of the kind of short notes at the... because there's a bar gap, it'll actually work that you can actually do that riff twice. But what I reckon is a good exercise is like, is try and think of, during the week you could try and think of your own phrase. Use that, copy that rhythm, but do different notes. So actually, I might try. I'll do that. I'll attempt to do that this time. So I'll play it as written. Then in the gap, I'll do a kind of a phrase, but using different notes. Well, I think I will anyway. This is funny. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. I got about 9 out of 10. But actually, it's probably better. Like with the video that I play it, then you can make up your own one in the gap. But I guess the idea with this is just you can get a lot of mileage out of not many notes. And these kind of things, like these are kind of slightly swingy, jazzy kind of phrases, but they'll also work in a kind of, like in a rocky pop kind of, if the rhythm was more like... the same kind of phrases work. But if you've got a whole lot of little phrases, especially like this, they're just good things to kind of, you need some things in your kind of memory bank, I guess you call it. Um, how are we going for time? Should we? Do you think we should move on from this? Are you the timekeeper, Mark? Probably should, shouldn't we? That like there's another whole chorus to that,
Yes,
but
move
there's a
along.
video of that, and there's the notes of that. But so all right, let's stop the screen share. Oh, but was that? Did that kind of make sense? Good, good. But yeah, really just trying to show that you don't need heaps of notes in the beginning. I think we're going to. I reckon we'll learn one of the tunes now. Sorry.
So yes, we're recording now. I started late. Thanks for the reminder, Chris. But I beat you by
Okay,
a
yeah.
second.
I think. Oh, that's right. The point we were going to make about Sunny Moon for Two, is, which most of you have done, haven't you?
Has everybody got that now? Sunny Moon for Two. No. Jane is redoing it.
I'll tell you what. I'll just play what the idea with Sunny Moon. It was just to use an example as you can take the shape of Sunny Moon for Two, and put different notes to it. So I'll just play that. I'll play it normally once and then change it for. Slides are always good for the first note. Here we go. Most of that was the same as Sunny Moon. But you get the idea, like you change the notes and it doesn't really sound like the song anymore, and it just gives you, rather than just kind of having a whole lot of notes and wondering where to go them, there's a lot you can give yourself some limitations to work from.
And
I think that's covered the Sunny Moon for two. Yeah, you've got. Sorry, Mark.
I was going to say, I mean, you've got all the notes of the minor pentatonic scale there.
Yeah.
So you've got a fair bit of a palette to do the changes. If you're saying
To
keep the same rhythm,
disguise it. Yeah.
you can just put them in a different order.
You often hear, like, especially jazz players, they start like that they launch their solo like that. They kind of, the melody. Everyone plays a melody together. Then they'll launch their solo, but they'll start with the kind of same shape, just as a kind of.
I
It's
love
just kind of a nice.
the Sonny Rollins 9-minute version on YouTube. Once it goes into the solo, da 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 is the end of the melody, but that's the beginning of his solo. Ba ba ba.
Yeah, that's
ba,
right.
Ba, ba, ba. Yeah.
And it just kind of links everything in, doesn't it? Sorry, Mark.
Yes. Does any at times Sam seem to speed up, slow down? That happened for everybody, right? Good. That wasn't just us. Okay, so be aware.
Oh, like the backing track and everything, or just me?
Yeah.
Yeah, just everything you're doing, it goes.
Wow.
It's
Buffering.
it'll just be a bandwidth thing or an internet speed thing.
Wow.
I've had that happen, and it's annoying
Same.
because the internet then tries to catch up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So it speeds you
All right.
up to. Yeah, you can't do anything about it. You can't do anything about
Yeah,
it.
right, God.
Hey,
That's amazing.
so Sam, do you want to play on Sunny Moon for Two, or just picking up on what you were saying? I thought we could look at. You haven't looked at C Jam Blues yet, have you? Because we've been trying to get somebody on, so we've been a little bit preoccupied.
Yeah,
But what I love about C Jam Blues is it's only using 2 notes, and so it
Yeah.
makes you stay somewhere.
yeah, that's right. You kind of,
you
I
can't
reckon,
you
yeah.
can't go anywhere. But what I did do with C Jam Blues is I really super worked on the quality of my tones and
Good point.
how I
Yeah,
could get more out of two notes basically. So sometimes
yeah,
I'd slide into it, or other times I'd, like Sam's beautiful technique, he'd slide out of it,
yeah.
you
Well,
know?
I mean, the other day when I thought, oh, I should record these, and I went to play it, went, ooh, God, what do I do? What do I do with this to kind of make it acceptable? And it's like, but yeah,
Well,
should we go to
yeah,
Sunny?
let's
Should we
go
go to
there.
see? We may
Yeah,
as, we've got 3 tunes. We may as well learn them all,
yeah, let's learn them
or
all.
and
And this
then
one's
we
going to
can
be,
do whatever we like
yeah,
after. Yeah.
yeah, and this is
So
going to be a
yeah, grab
5 minute
C
thing.
Jam Blues.
Yeah.
Even if you don't have the music, it's 2 notes, so you.
Has everybody got the music?
We'll get the bass. We'll do the lead. We'll be the backing band.
Yeah,
So
you can
yeah.
you can show off this one, but
Yeah,
but
I
yeah,
can
because
do
it's just 2 notes. It's like, if you didn't do anything with the phrasing, it'd be like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's kind of got no snap or personality. So I can end up doing like a long note, short note, like. And then on the high C, just a little fall off. I actually thought and the other thing is you could play it there too, but it definitely needs like a bit of long, short on the. And you don't want them ringing together. The only other thing, you haven't got many options, is you go. So I'm playing the second G note on the other string, kind of Chuck Berry style. It gives
I'm
it a
sorry,
little
I
bit of a
didn't
diff.
I
So
didn't
playing the
understand.
first note where it's written,
Yeah.
and then the second note, I'm playing it on the C string.
Oh, I see. Sorry. Yes.
I just thought of that there, but that's about, that's about your only options with those 2 notes.
Yeah. But I did it today in class, and I was really impressed with how much you can put in, and it stops everybody being too fussy fiddly, and gets them
Yeah,
into the territory I want this improv 3 to go, which is quality of tone, because that's what we can really learn from Sam. And I'll be straight up with you, it's not something that Mark and I can really teach nearly as well as Sam can. The quality of Sam's tones, and which is why I'm asking him to do a video every week, because it's like a masterclass watching Sam's fingers. So what I recommend we do, Sam, is we do this song.
Yeah.
That's the last nice thing I'm going to say about you.
yeah.
So we're going to go through this song. Why don't we go through this song? Mark and I will be your backing track, right? I'll do the chords, Mark will do bass.
No, Sam
And-
can't play along with us.
No, he's not. I
no.
know, I know. And then, so you're going to be doing the song, right? Da da da
You're
da
talking about
da.
everybody.
Yeah, they're going to be playing in their living room, doing that. And then after we've gone through a few things, let's branch out and do a little bit of improv in your own, in the. But you're
talking about
going to
breakout groups.
no,
Oh,
no,
that's not what branch out means.
no.
Oh, right.
You're just going to do. You're going to do the melody twice, and then you're going to improvise. But what I want you to do, I hope you don't mind me saying this, Sam, is I want you to think of quality of tones, not quantity. Just like you've only been playing a couple of notes, and I want that improv to be quality of tones and minimal notes, but still in the groove. Is that cool, Sam?
Yeah, good, great.
So we're
really good.
yeah, we're going for that quality stuff, right? And so if you're going to do a bend, it's got to be a good one. If if you're going to do a hammer, it's got to be a good one. We don't want it messy. Yeah. Yeah, we want it clean, because I think that's what we all need to learn from
And
Sam.
this is your best chance because you've only got 2 notes to play.
Well, exactly. Except when they do their improv, they're going to
Right.
do their own improv. But so let's give that a go. Mark and I will be your backing
All right.
band. Sam
Okay,
can't do
yeah.
anything, okay?
No. But no, I'm going to play a lot. I'm going to do my...
Okay,
Me-
2 times. I'll call melody. I'll call melody. Improv. Improv. Back to melody. So that's 5 times in total. I'll mute you all. So is Susie trying to get on? Okay. She's not good with technology. Okay.
But she will watch the video.
Yeah. So I'm using, just to let you know, I'm using a C7.
Sorry, the bass is a bit distorting, Mark.
Oh, thank you. Great. Got it.
You know.
Thanks for that. Keep going,
Still,
love.
no, it's still too loud.
No, just don't look at the red thing. Ask them. Thanks, Chris. Great. Keep going. Babe,
Yeah?
this is the bass, right? This
Yeah,
one?
it is.
Yeah.
Should be.
Yeah. Still keep going down.
Yeah, the...
Great. Okay, there we are. Good-o. And how's me? I should be okay. Okay. So,
Can I do a quick change? Can we do a quick change F in here? Let's see. Like on Sunny Moon for 2, I think.
to an F. It's
Yeah,
a G.
just say-
Isn't it a quick change to a G, isn't it? Oh, yeah, it's to an F. Sorry, to a 4. Okay, right, okay. Doesn't matter to you. Doesn't
It just
matter.
sounded all right
A
today.
1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, and da-da, da-da, ba-da, ba. Oh. Sorry. Another melody again. Quick change. Okay, now improv, clean. Keep improvising. Now back to melody. 1, 2, 3, and and finishing here.
Last night we watched a really fabulous version of that song by Oscar Peterson, the Oscar Peterson Trio, and it's just amazing. And you only get very small snippets of the actual melody, and the rest is just inspired by that ba-da, ba-da.
Yeah.
It's
And the
really,
really-
fantastic to
The
watch.
really
I
gorgeous thing
recommend
about Oscar Peterson, and yeah, you should watch that, is that he sings the whole way through. And it's just fantastic. You want that on the recording as well. So, any comments? Any queries?
Was
any
that feel okay, Sam?
bit
Great, yeah,
fast?
good.
We'll
No,
go
it's
slower on the
good.
next 2 pieces, guys. But how's that feeling? Are
Chris,
you?
Robbo?
Can I ask the X on the notes? That means muting those, but playing the rhythm of it.
Like on that chart, yeah. Look, that was one of my brilliant ideas that I forgot about. But it's just that the idea is that you can do something to that rhythm in that, like you've got it. Like just an idea for a rhythm to do something a feel to.
It's a rhythmic
So you-
suggestion for the melodic notes that you're going to play.
Yeah, so it's just
it's
an
not
idea for a
percussive.
rhythm of like you put your own notes to that rhythm.
Yes.
That was just that was a homework idea. I thought if we I think we've got too many homework ideas now, but that would so you go. And that's if you were playing that tune, someone would probably generally fill in that gap just because it's too tempting. It's just nice, and you only need to do. You've only got time for a couple of notes, so. But yeah, that's a great little thing to do. Just try and put something in there, and it can even be even chord kind of. You could do a chord kind of thing in that rhythm. What I found when I was doing a solo, then I couldn't resist stealing that. Like, you want to start your solo with just that phrase for some reason. It just too. You've got it in your head too much after playing that melody. Did anyone else do that?
I don't know what you mean.
Well, that rhythm.
Yeah.
I started my solo with that rhythm. Just I wasn't thinking or anything. It was just I couldn't resist it.
That's cool. So but Sam has created some drills for us. So I think that's a great idea. It's not part of your accessible homework, but it's certainly a great suggestion for something that you can work on at home. We've got enough. There's only one accessible homework, but
Accessible?
yes, like as in you
Are
chuck
you
it up
grading on the
Facebook.
curve?
Nah,
Yeah.
it's all Every child wins a
yeah,
prize.
and-
No, it's not.
You pay more if you don't pass. Yeah, that's some fines.
As you know,
I think.
I also give criticism out. All of you know. I don't. I'm not Miss
$50 a
Sunshine
day
either.
for late homework, something like that would be good. Yeah.
Late homework, I take my time getting back to it. Hey, look, I think, shall we move? Is that all right? Does anybody want to talk about that stuff before we move? Would it be T-Bone Shuffle, your next one, Sam?
I reckon, yeah, that's the next logical.
Yeah.
It's just a slight upgrade on that one.
Was,
It's got
it's-
4 notes.
was somebody else chipping in then? I don't think they were. Nope.
Well, let's go to T-Bone Shuffle, and I'll tell you what I do need, Sam, is because it's so really similar to everything, I need to hear you play it.
Okay.
Because, yeah,
All right.
yeah.
I'll just play it without. It's,
Oh, you can
it's
play it
got
with
a
your backing
few.
track, can't you?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a. This is a kind of comes into where blues meets jazz, or only in a by way of one note. It uses like a major third as well, and that's the kind of sound I really like, is when you got the blues scale, but you mix in, say, the major third and also the sixth, which we'll get to in Caledonia, but so you get more. That's rather than just you get.
So,
That sound, the A, sorry.
so this is why it's really good that it's recording, because people can go back to this portion of the video and go, what did he mean by that? And then they can rewind it and go, what did he mean by that? And then they rewind it and go, I'm going to try and play those notes and see what he meant by that.
But, the idea that...
And they can go to other bits and go, look, he didn't know what he was talking about there. See, there it is.
That's right.
But, I mean, that's the beauty, is combining a diatonic and a blues scale, correct? That's...
Yeah, that's, to me, that's kind of a sweet, because, you can kind of be as nasty as you like. And then you can kind of sweeten it up with the sixth and the major third.
And so if you learn the figures, is that a good word? The figures in this.
You mean the patterns? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sort
I
of
mean,
minor
how I
thing.
came about this stuff is like learning lots of tunes, like the ones we're learning, like Caledonia, and this one is just, you kind of learn lots of those tunes, and then you end up they end up in your kind of
That's right.
solo bank.
That's how you learn to solo. You're pinching that stuff. Yeah, I talk about it being.
And you're drawing on your kind of
you have a repertoire of songs, and then you have a repertoire of licks that you can incorporate.
Yeah, which often come from those songs, kind of thing.
And
yeah.
so, to go back to what you said at the beginning of this one, is that this, I mean, I guess this could apply to, can you do a blues solo, please, Jane? And then the other person goes, could you please do a jazz solo over this? And this is a combo of the both. Is that sort of what you're saying, Sam?
It's kind of heading in that direction just because you got a few more, a few chromatic notes rather than just, whereas,
and you're training your fingers with every time you do that. And I still...
That's right, yeah.
Let's hear you play
all these songs, what they... I mean, they're often just the same phrase 3 times, but they kind of get refreshed when the chord changes. So
Absolutely.
even though the melody is just the same, it's like, oh, that's good. It's because all of a sudden you're doing it over the 4 chord, and it feels as fresh as they did over the 1 chord. But all right, I'll play.
Play it for us so we can hear it.
1, 2, went off the rails a little bit the second time.
We're not laughing at you, we're laughing at the lag jazz. Melbourne has shit internet.
We call it lag jazz.
We call it
Sam.
lag jazz.
Is it? Yeah.
Slows and then moves.
Wow, great.
You might have to play along with me at first, guys, because Sam's timing is because of the internet. You can't quite.
I don't know if it is just the internet.
Yeah, it's Sam. He's got bad timing.
Isn't that funny? Because normally it just kind of drops out, but to actually slow down, it's like...
and then it speeds up.
Catches up.
But this is,
Right.
yeah. But that's all right.
It's a little bit more notey fingering-wise, that one.
Let's talk about that, Sam, because I've got a bone to pick with you. What's wrong with your pinky?
Ooh. My pinky's just lazy, really lazy. Any excuse not to use the pinky. Like I always say, oh yeah, you play it like this with your pinky, and then when you actually go to play it, I don't. It's like, so I've kind of given up.
Everybody's so thrilled. Everybody is so
hate the pinky. Well, I mean, sometimes you can't avoid with chords, but it's, I don't know. And also, it puts your hand in that kind of, square, two parallel to the... Yeah, but I mean, I use it if I have to, but only...
Sorry, what were you saying about that?
What's wrong with a square parallel?
You want it to be, or you don't want it to be?
Well, I mean, this is really the more kind of better technique is when your hands kind of, or, your wrists at 90 degrees to the fretboard, but it just doesn't feel very nice. It's like, I don't know, it just, the angle is much, I don't know, just much more natural. But I mean, sometimes you do have to use it, but yeah, I'm not a natural pinky player.
And for
it is a bit notey, so you have to kind of.
You have to fiddle your fingers around quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the main thing is that get a really nice sounding one of those. And if you miss a couple of the other little notes, don't worry, but just go for that. And then, yeah. Are we going to play along with you?
And watch the staccato, folks. Watch the staccato. I would like, okay, everybody here knows I can't play it as well as Sam, so I do get some of my tones not quite staccato, particularly that first C. even if I lift it off, then it's still, do you know what I mean? I still get echoes of my notes, which,
A good
I
little
know that,
thing is sometimes you just go between two notes on two different strings is a great little exercise. And try, because you don't want, or you want, so they're kind of not interfering with each other. It's just, it's kind of why those three note things are kind of good to practice for that kind of thing, because you really learn to separate your notes so they're not, or because sometimes you take your finger off and you get that accidental. There's all kinds of things that can go
that's
wrong.
me. That's me.
But yeah, if you're having any trouble, just slow it down and just go between two notes. Kind of nice, you want them long, but you want them the first note to die just before the second one, kind of like a seamless swap.
Are there any
sorry.
questions? Yes.
Yeah, is that why you don't use open strings anywhere?
Yeah, they've just got a different set. You can, but they're kind of, you haven't got as much control with the open string because you haven't got your finger on it to shape it in any way. So, you can do something a bit with that hand, but it always kind of sounds pretty much the same.
And if you're going to use the open string, then you use it for a specific reason.
Yeah, open strings
like,
are,
a low G.
you
want to be bong.
there's certain things you just want to use open strings all the time for, but yeah, for this kind of stuff, you've got the control over whether you want it long or short or slide up to it.
And that's
the other thing is like
you were using. You were using that term shaping. It doesn't. An open string doesn't allow you to shape a note.
Yeah, there's kind of
good soloing is all about shaping each note and the articulation between notes. Like you said,
right,
you want that one to die just before you do that, and that's all in the finger control, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah, and there'll be things we do later on where you really want kind of highlight the open note, but for this kind of thing, you want to kind of just hone in on these little notes and shape them. The other, I guess I was just going to quickly say, sorry, you go.
No.
I was just going to quickly say, for some reason, I do it with these kind of things with my thumb, just because it's a nice fat sound, but it can work with like a finger. Whichever way I tend to do it, I always try and do it like what they call rest stroke. So if you're going down or up, you're always kind of pulling up to that next string, and that gives you the fattest kind of sound. Like rather than that's a bit more, sometimes you want that sound, but if you want a really nice round full sound, if you're kind of plucking so you're resting on that, or pulling so you're resting on that one, just sometimes you want that sound, but it's good to have that rest stroke in your right hand palette.
Hey, actually, come to think of it, we can play along with you. Oh, we could try. What do you reckon, guys? Should we try playing along with Sam and see if it stuffs up?
It could be what was our internet like?
Are we got the same thing? Are we got the same thing happening?
Yours is all right.
Okay. Well, okay. Look, we'll play along with us, but be aware that I'm not Sam, right? But I have learnt the tune.
I reckon it'd be good to do a bit slower than the backing tape anyway, maybe.
Exactly.
What do you want me to play?
On bass, I think you should go on bass. So we're going to learn the melody we're going to just play the melody. I'm hoping everybody's had a chance to look at this melody. And we're
Even
going to
if
do
you
it
hadn't
really
had a look, just just go for those simple. Try and get those in, and then you can work on the little. It gets a little bit fiddly just towards the end, the 5 chord. Basically, it's one phrase, and then it changes for each chord. So, you get the when you get to the D and C at the end, it gets a bit.
Actually, folks, personally for me, when he gets to the F, I need to use my pinky. When it's in a C, I use just my 1, 2, 3. It goes to the F, I use the pinky. Yeah, but that's I'm now, you know, I'm a Nazi about pinkies, but I'm now going to just shut up. And so we'll try playing this slowly, but super slow, okay? Because again, we're going for that quality of sound. That's what we're aiming for. This whole thing is about rhythm, articulation, and phrasing. It's the articulation part of the class, you know. So getting it nice and clean. And would it be a 1, 2, 3? Yeah, that's slow, okay? So it's going to be really slow blues. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. I can't do it slow now. Finish here. I just need to know if people are managing that speed and if that's working for you.
And if the feel is okay.
Is the feel okay, Sam? Here we go. Now I'm doing some wrong notes, but that's not the point, right? The point
No,
is
it's really hard playing them slow. So,
I know it's really hard. Yeah.
But it's not speeding up and not rushing. But it's really good practice.
Yeah.
You just have to zone out a bit and go. You know,
You have to be meditative about it.
Kathy, you
but
gave a
really,
thumbs up
really
to
just
it.
concentrate on your sound and your thumb or whatever, you know. Oh, that was good.
So is that all right, folks, at that speed? And now I think we'll do two melody. Do you think we should go for improv, Sam? Two melody, one improv.
Maybe. I mean, it's.
What do you think?
I reckon maybe. I reckon do it once more, then maybe do the other. Oh, Chris has got an idea.
Chris,
Maybe
what
do
do
the
you
other
got?
tune.
Got an idea, Chris?
I just about so which improv notes are we're doing a C blues scale but adding in an A, is that right? A major sixth?
Oh, and a third.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
A major third too, an E.
Yeah. So just which notes we're actually adding in, yeah.
Yeah, good.
Oh, it's actually only the major third in this one.
only
It's
the
the
major
next
third
one
in
that's
this
got
one.
the six as well, yeah. But it
Okay,
sounds more jazzy. It's got a bit more chromatic kind of action.
And we've got with the G9. Yeah, the G9's got an A in it. So yeah.
In all these, I wrote C7 and then F9, only just because then you can use these shapes. They just like I just don't really like that chord much on the.
Yeah, neither do I.
But the C7 sounds fine, but the F9 just sounds much better than F7.
Just to be clear, you're talking about the 2-3-3-3.
Yeah, 2, 3, and then
the
same
4,
for the
5-5-5 for the G9.
yeah. So two shapes,
Cool.
and then for the C7, what do you call that? 1, 2, sorry, 3,
2,
4.
3, 2, 2. So for everybody, the C7 2, 3, 2, 2, the F9 2, 3, 3, 3, the G9 4, 5, 5, 5. Is that okay, everybody?
So it's an E7 with
The
a whole field. in it.
C7's
It's an
no,
E7 with a whole field.
Yeah,
Is
is it?
it?
Yeah.
It's 3, 4, 3, 3. The C7.
Yep. If you fill the whole,
Can
it makes it fills
so
it
the
in.
way I explain it is you do an F, and then you do an F7, but that is also an F7 when you go like that.
Yeah.
Can you all see that? And then if you just fill that over, if you put a G is the 9 on an F, so it becomes like that. So this becomes redundant. So
Yeah.
that means it's like that. And then that's movable. But what would you do for a C9 if you were doing a C9, Sam?
Well,
Is it this
I
one?
do so you do the C7 like that,
Yes.
and then just add the 9 there. Yeah.
Yes. But it doesn't... Is that what you were just saying? I might have missed it.
I reckon the
doesn't sound as
7
good.
sounds better. It sounds a bit. It's a bit too fruity for the 1 chord, just because of the.
Yes. Yes.
Only
I thought
where
that today.
you can play it up there.
It's still too
but-
high.
But down there, it's a bit. It's kind of, hey, I'm a ninth. Let me. I'm sure. Here, it's kind of buried a bit more, but the 7th is kind of does the job. I reckon.
And I
And they're all.
I think the chord shapes, and for those who are teachers in here, I've found this really, really. I've been teaching this in with C Jam Blues in a orchestra, and it's a great opportunity to teach those 9s and those 9 shapes, and what purpose do they serve for improvisers, Sam?
It's
Those
well,
9 chords.
like 7 in this kind of music. If you see whatever chord you see, you kind of ignore them. You just like 7, 9, even a 13. They're all just, they're all just dominant sounding chords. Like where they go, or they're all just kind of the same chord. There's just some of them are a little bit more fruity, but if if the chart says F7, I'd probably play F9 or you really don't pay. You kind of bend the rules a lot, but and in terms of improvising, a 7 or a 9, they're all just dominant chords, so you really don't have to change
And by
anything.
dominant, you mean dominant 7.
Kind of built on the 7th, yeah.
Yes, right, yes.
So whether they're 7, 9, or 13s, I could play that whole. It's kind of that's a 13 chord, but there's the 7 and the 13s. So it's kind of just like an upgraded 7 chord. It's definitely a bit more fruity. You mightn't start with that, but you might put that in a bit later when things are really hotting up.
Yeah, no, it's good because there's a lot of crossover between jazz improvisation and what chords you were playing to accompany.
Yeah, if it was in sorry. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. She's finally got in. We took.
Good Lord.
Yay.
Hey,
Yay.
it's because Michael's got home.
Michael's got home to get her in.
Bloody hell. By the way, we didn't introduce people, Sam, but so locals in Newcastle, Chris Robinson, Bronwyn Stevenson, Al Torrance, Ruth McRae, Beck Regalo, Susie Hall-Thompson, who's just come in,
Okay, yeah,
and
right.
Trish Collins.
And Diane Murray,
And
whose
Diane
camera's
Murray,
not
who
working
yeah.
right now.
And then, Kathy
Oh, she's
Wellsford
there.
from Valor Beach.
I
And
know
we've
Kathy,
got,
yeah.
And we've got Janine
Janine.
Tressida. Janine Tressida, that's the girl I went to school with. Janine Shearer from the Northern Beaches of Sydney.
Should I be worried?
And
Paul McCrory.
and
Ruth
Port Macquarie, Ruth Allen, and then all the way from South Australia via Newcastle, because he's here at the moment. We've got Chris Waite.
Okay.
Oh,
Now,
okay, so you're right.
Can I close you two guys down and can we play something? And nice and slow, can we do this song, the T-Bone Shuffle? We'll do 2 melody, 2 improv, 1 melody to return. Yep. All cool?
Yep.
Nice and slow.
Male bass again.
Yeah, of course. Muting you, Sam. Sorry. But you're a bit hissy anyway. So I've just got to get the rhythm. Ba-da, oh, God. Ba-da, 1, 2, 3. Ba-da,
This is T-Bone Shuffle, Susie.
yeah. So Susie, we're starting on T-Bone Shuffle. We'll fit with you. Right. Okay. Good. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. Melody. such a fun song, Sam. Totally gorgeous. Oh, sorry, love.
Yeah, it's a great one to play. It's
It's
just
so good.
so satisfying.
It is,
And
isn't
then you
it?
find the solos, if you're playing it with a band, the solos go wherever they go, but then you come back and it's like, oh, thanks. It's not.
That's like all of these songs, though, Sam.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
and
that's
can I now just ask if we're your backing track, can we hear what you would do on a solo for this? Now I know it's lag jazz. You're going to be about a half a beat
Okay.
behind us.
Are we going to play?
Well,
Yeah, I want to hear what
it's,
Sam.
it's
does
funny
on it.
because that was another one. You can't help but kind of reference the last phrase
Exactly.
of the melody.
Yeah.
But I thought this might be a good time just to quickly bring up too that we were talking about the kind of vocal form of blues songs where they
Oh,
go
yes.
I woke up this morning, I went down to get a cup of coffee, then you repeat that line for the next 4 bars, and then the last 4 bars you do something kind of completely different. So you could have it. That's my first 4. The same thing again, or nearly. So the kind of 2 identical ones, and so that's kind of a really satisfying kind of form, like because sometimes you get someone says do a solo, and if you can't think of anything, it's sometimes you just run up and down the blues scale without gaps and things. So that's a good little thing to try with a backing track. Just make a little phrase, then do it again, for the first kind of 8 bars, and then the last 4 bars kind of bring it to its conclusion.
So
And just to interrupt, sorry, Mark, but
Yeah.
that's your homework, guys. That's your homework.
Is it?
You've
Okay.
got you've got the C backing track on the website, and you are to create an AAB blues form on the top of it, just exactly as Sam said. Go for it.
In
Sam.
your yeah.
it makes me think of writing a poem or a story. Every note you play is like is like the letters of the alphabet that go to create words, and then words go to create sentences. But a story is a narrative, with a beginning, middle, and end. And that's what you're talking about, Sam, when you talk about
Yeah,
the
because
forms. This is one way to tell a musical story, is that blues vocal A-A-B-A. Da
that's
da.
right. And I think,
Well, this is
and
actually
it's good to make
AAB.
yourself be
Yeah,
pretty.
A-A-B, I meant. Sorry. Yeah.
There's no A.
Start off fairly disciplined about it, and then, once you kind of get the hang of it a bit, then you can go more free. But maybe I'll just play one chorus of that just to. Actually, you might play one chorus of T-Bone Shuffle and into that, just so,
Yep.
You're going to
and
do
just
that.
sing out of it. Sounds terrible, or something.
He's got his
Yeah.
So that was trying to do an AABA kind of thing. But even like in your A's, they can just be little short phrases too. You might have to do them twice to fill up, or even if you do kind of one phrase 4 times to fill up your first 8 bars. That's I was trying to think of a 2-bar phrase then. But
Yeah, it was lovely. And you go, oh, that was really lovely. I'd love to hear that line again. Oh, thank goodness he's done it again. I wonder if he's got anything else. And then you do the B section, the B part of your phrasing. Beautiful.
Okay.
It's really nice to think in those terms.
Yeah, and it's nice to have it simplified.
Just give yourself some kind of boundaries. So
Yes.
it's like so many guitar players are the worst. They just go. And they just don't shut up. They just so that's like this babble.
It is. It's babble.
And guitars are the worst at it for some reason because they don't want to stop playing or so,
Hey, can we move on to Caledonia now?
Yeah.
I
Well,
love
this is
this.
a really-
I love
This is a great one. Yeah.
Yeah, can you play it again for us because it's pretty similar to T-Bone Shuffle. I have a hard time going from one to the next.
Yeah. It's got a lot of the. I'll just play it. So this is kind of this takes up two forms. This whole melody. All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Into a fall. That's how you finish it. But yeah, after
Sam-
that you'd launch into a solo. Yeah.
You're just so spectacular with those slow downs, and then you speed through it, and then you slow
Yeah.
down. It was great.
Practicing
I
that
take
for
it-
years.
Everybody else is hearing that too, but we know that's the internet. So this is
That's on the
actually-
video though, so it'll be
Yeah,
better to play
exactly.
along with that.
This is why the video is so important each week, Sam, because it's a teaching exercise in itself.
So,
And it's not subject to
but yeah.
lag.
Yeah. So, and also I found this, even though it's got the A and B part of it, I actually found this easier to learn because it's not such a finger
Twister.
decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trish? Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but it's an articulation decision, as you can see. Like what did you do, Sam? You did
He did a
gliss up, a glissando up, and
For that bit, yeah, you feel like you got to do. If you just go like that, I think you can either do a gliss up or down or a slight bend. A little bend and a slide off. So go. So you get wow. And that little. That's a good little. That's a
Yeah,
kind of a double
beautiful.
pull off, I guess.
great skill development.
You could just slide.
Nah, don't do the slide. No.
slide.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anytime you've got that third there or there, you can. If you bend it just a little bit, it's just bend it slightly out of tune.
Sorry, where are you talking, Sam?
Or
Talking E flat.
when you've got anytime you got the E flat note, like, and then if, in the other tunes, if you had that down there, you just bend it a little bit to kind of. I mean, it's just a little option available.
Should everybody have a little noodle? Get ready to play this, but we'll be playing it at Jane's speed.
And if after we play it, can if anyone wants to play it for us, can we get them to do that? I'd love to hear
Yeah,
someone
let's
play
do
it.
it.
if
Or
they-
should
if
we
they-
do break? Should we
No,
do?
no. We've only got 15 minutes.
Well,
We've had a
that's-
bit of a slow start tonight, but
No, just sort of
I can
someone
do
wants
this
to
in
play it
breakout
just for
groups.
1
What-
second.
What I would
Groups,
like to,
yeah.
what I would like to have happen technologically, is that you've got Sam's video to watch, so you can learn it. We hear Sam do it again, and we discuss some of the finer points of what he's doing. But then, if you guys can have the backing track, and then in the breakout group, that means we've got 3 people each. You know, one for me, one for Jane, one for Sam, and then we can each. You can in my group, you can individually from your home play it along to the backing track, and then we can just break it down even further.
we could do that.
Does that sound useful to you? That's a yes from Ruth Allen. Well, Ruth Allen and Ruth McRae are in the same.
Are you happy to do that today? We'd have to go about 10 minutes
Or next
over
week.
time.
Or,
That's the only problem. If you're
We can do it
okay
now.
about, we could do it now. Hang on, if we go 10 minutes over time, that's all. Because breakout groups. Are you okay with that? So, what we might do though is before we break out, Mark, is we're all just going to warm up. We're going to play Jane Speed together, right, with Mark on bass, so that we've got it. Because the backing track, here's the issue, Mark, is the backing track is fast. Sam, we might need a slowed down version of that backing track.
the Caledonian. Oh, it's the same one for everything. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it's
so-
fast. Like, I can do it, but
Yeah.
But the backing track is on the website. Is it on our
Yeah.
website?
yeah, it's on our website.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's called, it's C Blues Shuffle or C Blues something.
Is it? Yeah. So,
Yeah, something.
and it
labelled
goes it like all, you can play all the tunes over the backing track.
that. Yeah, which is how I practice for this class
Yeah. Okay.
because I knew Sam's internet is bad, so I knew that one of us would be having to play this stuff.
Jane,
he's
could you
still on-
make that MP3 downloadable rather than just playable from your website?
Ah, good point. Yes, sorry.
It would
about
be
that,
easier if
Ruth.
it was
Yeah.
actually on our own computer and we could play it.
Yeah, that's a yeah. Okay,
Is it
of
an
course.
MP3 or is it?
But is it an MP3?
It's
Yes.
MP3. It is MP3,
It is MP3.
but it doesn't. So I didn't get an option to download it. So
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know. I'll work out how
Yeah.
to do that.
And yeah, if there's any other little, requests in that kind of format of files, or we can sort that out. I'm happy to make a slower one or something else, or a faster one, or
Yeah. Yeah.
one in another key, or any of that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
So, shall we? I don't know how. So what we're going to do is we're going to play this slowly together with me and Mark, and then we'll go into our breakout groups where we actually get to hear you, and we won't. You've got the option of playing it to the backing track that you've got, or you just play it at your own speed.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Just
Yeah, it's fine.
play it however, or just it'd be good to hear everyone. And you could even play one of the other tunes if you want in the breakout group. Just
Yeah, if you prefer.
whichever
to play-
one, one you want.
Whichever one. Yeah. And then Sam, Mark, or I can just, hear you, work out.
Yeah.
And we'll. I think we'll today. I feel today's been focusing on articulation. So, we'll be just saying, hey, that's. So let's play this together. That's just me.
Okay.
Don't worry. Except Mark, we need you on bass. Yeah. Yeah. So I think the speed will be. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, that's right. So it's going to be like this.
Yeah, great.
And I've got it. And of course, for me, like I've said to you, the staccato, the shortness of the notes are what I find challenging. Even though we've only got staccato
Yeah.
on, say, the G note, but you still don't want them too long, do you? You don't want them too ringy outy, right, Sam?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Especially the ones you end on, they're always short.
And I'm hammering on. I think you do that, Sam, don't you? You hammer on your E note on your C7.
Oh, for the chord. That's
Yeah.
right. It's got. Yeah,
What
I think
exactly
yeah.
are you doing? What exactly?
I
are you
think
doing?
it's like just a really quick hammer on. But
Is
you
it
know,
just the E note that you're hammering? Is that all you're
yeah, so you're just going. It's very. It's only just a hammer on. It's just like it's like a
Right.
late finger to the party, really. Just gives it a little flammy kind of thing.
Flammy. That's great.
And can I make a criticism, Sam? You said, well, you haven't got much options with the ukulele, as much colour. Certainly, we don't have as much colour as some other instruments, but there's a whole suite of stuff that we will never ever get to. Like, so
There is, yeah, that's
there's
right. We're
plenty
just,
of options.
yeah, that's right. When you look deeply, like we are, there is. You're right.
Okay, ready?
But
We're
you
all
know,
gonna play.
in terms of the world domination of soloing instruments, we're a bit ignored.
Thanks, Ruth. Ruth's just put the track down so that folk can download it from here. Awesome. Thank you, Ruth. Cheers, mate. Okay, let's do it.
Yep.
Nice and slow.
Sam?
I was just going to say, like everyone knows that with the YouTube videos, you can slow them down
On
because
YouTube.
that is so handy. Yeah, it is so
On
good.
YouTube.
You just go to the speed thing and you go 50% or 75%. It's
but
it's
will
an
it detune it? Or
no,
not?
it stays perfectly in tune. It's the best trick in the book, isn't it?
Fantastic. I didn't know that. All
So
this time I didn't
that'd
realise
probably solve the problem for this tune because you can,
Yeah,
really,
yeah. That's cool.
yeah. So
Okay.
you just go into the little setting and
Thank you, Sam.
Ready? A one, a two, a 1, 2, 3. Okay, sorry, I didn't catch how to repeat it. I didn't. What would I do to repeat it?
yeah, that's right. You can loop it.
Yeah, how do I loop
I got
that?
to the end. I didn't know how.
Sorry.
So the last one of these.
Oh, straight in, straight in.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight in.
So there's kind of a beat rest where you just put in the little pickup.
Okay, got it. So let's do melody, improv, melody, and the third time we're doing the ending. Okay?
Yeah,
Is that
okay,
okay?
yeah, all right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Whew, pressure. Ready? A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. Recovery. finish it. Finish it here. So changed our mind because we'll do the breakout rooms now, where you get to play it and we get to hear it.
Should we just?
Yeah, let's just go automatically 2 more rooms. Yeah, just 2 rooms.
No, because then it's
Well, we can just change the
no.
phone. All
Sign
right, okay.
manual.
All right. So just wait on. Have a practice. Have a practice. Sam, any comments? While we just put you into some rooms. So
Sam, fill the space, Sam.
fill the space, Sam. Fill the space. One, two.
I was just going to say, Jane, you know where you've got the 3-note guitar blues on the website?
Yeah.
Could we swap that for the upgraded 3-note ukulele
Yes.
blues? It's on the YouTube playlist anyway, but it'll probably be good to have it just in that on that where that guitar one is, where the 3-note blues in A is.
And I'll put the PDF up.
Yeah, but I reckon for practice, I reckon do that 3-note blues just as well as the tunes. But and because the 3-note blues is just kind of easier, you can even just pick one of the phrases and just practice trying to get the short notes. I think that's the kind of, they're not difficult, but they're more like a brass kind of horn thing. Like guitar players aren't that used to playing those short, cutting notes off. So I reckon that's going to be the thing I'm just guessing, but I think that's be the thing that's kind of unusual especially in ukulele playing, is just notes that don't ring.
Yeah.
And just about everything we've done today ends with, apart from that's the only thing we've done that ends with a long note. Everything else, everything's cut off. So you can even just bring it down to just practicing one note and just lifting your finger off, kind of.
So in the breakout groups, I know this was my idea, but what are we going to do?
We're going to do Caledonia. Oh well, actually, they're going to choose which song they want to play for us.
Yeah, I reckon.
And we're just going to give them a little bit of feedback
Yep. Okay.
on how their sound is, how their articulation is. We're not worried about it.
And it can be slow. It can be any pace. It doesn't have to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have people been practicing these
Right.
songs already?
Yes. And you were told to, Chris.
Didn't get them until today.
No, yes, you did. No, that's not true, Chris.
No, but
gave
I
you an
didn't get them
email.
until today.
Oh,
Oh, but I gave you an email about 3 days ago, was it, Trish? Saying, hey guys, get familiar with this stuff. Because it's nice to know the notes already. Because today
Yes,
was
that
about
would have been
articulation.
handy.
I did send you the email,
Yeah.
Chris. So
I
just,
thought it was on the website, but it must have been in the email. So
no, they were on the website.
yeah, I got
Anyway,
them, but
look.
I mean the instruction to actually practice them must
No,
have
it was
been
in
in
the
the
email.
email. And
It was
I've
in the
moved
email.
on from the email.
True, ladies. True, ladies. I know most of the ladies got it right because I got a lot of. Yeah.
There'll be an inquiry, I think.
Yeah.
I'd like to say I'm sorry, but Jane and I have been having a close personal relationship.
Oh,
But it hasn't affected my teaching
it.
ability.
No ICAC, free zone.
yeah. All right.
I'd like you all to go and get a room. Not all
Yeah,
of you.
get a
Some of
room. Yeah, I'm going to my breakout room. I'm not.
Do you need music?
Just
The notation?
yeah, it's fine.
Oh, well, you're going to need all of them, though, remember? Oh, okay.
No, it's just 12 hours.
Yeah. No, you're listening to them, right? Yeah. Good. Okay. Let's now. So let's open up. Let's open up the microphones. Do you mind if we do that? Everybody opens up the microphones.
Thank God I'm with you, Jane.
I did do that on purpose. I knew you wouldn't have practiced.
That was really hard doing
I
that.
know. I'm sorry. When I looked at the
Like,
course material,
holy shit.
when I looked at the material, that's why I sent everybody an email
Yeah.
going,
Yeah.
Oh,
do
the
this shit.
Caledonia, I was just going,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't take long. It doesn't take long, but you need to have it beforehand. You don't want to be trying to learn it in class.
If you didn't mention it on Monday night, I wouldn't have practiced it. So
Oh my
thank
God.
goodness you did.
Okay, I'm going to do, but you're going to know now because I think that's the way we need to work with Sam. We've got a lot to offer, but we've got to already know the song, you know?
Sorry, I was twiddling.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Susie, have you got anything? Have you managed to see anything yet? And you can be honest with me. I don't care if you haven't.
No, I haven't really. No, sorry.
No, that's all right. That's okay. That's okay.
Winging it, yeah. And I've come in so late that
I'm sorry,
out of
Susie.
it. Mm.
Yeah, I know. So, hey, okay, what should we do then? I know Ruth and Trish would probably like to play me something, right? Oh, sorry, Ruth Allen and Trish would like to play me something. So what if we listen to you guys, and then maybe we can just all play a song together or something? What would you like to do? Ruth Allen, what would you like to do first?
Oh, look, I'm very happy to just, do a bit of noodling. I think the thing that I've taken away from this is, two things. One, that whole AAB business, and also the idea of taking a rhythm that's already there and then just changing the notes of it. So I'm quite happy to, bugger about with Caledonia because I've got it up in front of me and do that.
Great. Also, I think, right, Trish, what would you like to do?
Well, I practice T-bone a fair bit. I know my rhythm isn't as good, and getting those little staccato notes. I had trouble with bar 8. For some reason, I ended up using the open C because I couldn't get it otherwise, which was really weird. But yeah, and I sort of got the second half of Caledonia going better than the first. I haven't had as much time to spend on it. So the B section.
No, that's not so unusual. Bar 8 is where your finger pattern has to change a tiny bit, and it throws you off. It throws you off. And also, can I say, in T-bone, I found it very hard because there's so much staccato, and even that first C note, it's not staccato, but it's not meant to ring. And it's really hard to stop it doing stuff.
Yeah, I'm really struggling. I've got this beautiful uke, and it's ringing. I watched Sam's video, and I could hear how short he was, and I was just couldn't get it to work.
Yeah, I'm the same. Even though I'm taking the note off, I'm finding my accuracy with that is not good.
It was turning out like a pull-off. I could hear it ringing as I took the finger off quickly.
And these are the finer details that we want from this course. I feel is how do we get that really fine? So okay, you'll do T-bone and Ruth will do Caledonia, and I'll do a backing track. And then for Ruth and Susie, you might want to mute and play with these two guys.
Yeah.
I think that would be a really good idea. Or just play a bit of what they do.
Yeah.
Do you think it would be useful if I do the chords, even though the chords are going to be lagged, or should I just shut up? What do you think?
Or maybe just do the first beat in the bar.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we'll go. Trish, we might start with you. Is that okay?
Yeah. Okay. My hands are sweating already.
I know, and it's only us. It's only us.
Yeah, I know.
And
All right.
I tell you what, I've been giving myself angst because I knew Sam's internet was shit. He's still on dial-up because Melbourne still hasn't got NBN. Yeah, St Kilda doesn't have NBN. So I knew we were going to have this problem, and I knew I was going to have to learn this shit. Oh, I've been like, ooh, and anyway, doesn't matter. Okay, you count yourself in, Trish. You count yourself in. I'm playing with you. You're not playing. All right. I'm playing with you.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm mucking it up now. Come on, I'm stuffing it all up and I played it no problems before. That's what happens when you
And also,
have to do it in front of people.
You've got my problem, which is you're actually playing half of Caledonia, half of T-Bone. That's exactly my problem with this stuff.
I must admit, when I moved from this into T-Bone, that first half is so similar. Yeah.
Just hang on there.
I've probably got T-Bone on the brain, you know. I mean, Caledonia on the brain after playing it in the rhythm.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually bring up. We all need to hear it again, okay? This is what I had to keep doing bugger. This is what I had to keep doing. I'm going to bring it up. Let's think. Sorry, just bear with me for a bit because it takes me a while to find my own website. Don't think that's going to do it. Just hang on a minute. Talk among yourselves.
I ended up recording it on my iPad off the video so I could practice it sitting in the car. I had to sit at the hospital waiting for someone, and I was playing it in the car off my iPad because the iPad doesn't have internet.
Improvising on the ukulele, improvising on the ukulele level 3 web page. I should have had this up. So just hang on. No. Okay, just Ruth, let's go to you while I'm fussing and fiddling around. Can we go to you? Can you do your thing?
So play the melody or fiddle about?
No, I want you to play the melody. Play it straight.
Okay. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Hang on, who up? Trish.
Oh, sorry, I better mute. Sorry.
Yes, thank you.
That was very hard. I was like, what's going on?
2. 1, 2, 3. Making it up as I go along.
Keep going.
That'll do.
That's good, Ruth. That's good.
That was sight reading. Thank you.
Well done. And now, Trish, I'm going to play you T-Bone Shuffle so that you can get rid of that Caledonia out of your head. Just hang on. This is the end of C Jam Blues. Can you hear it, Trish? Here we go. Da-dum, da-da-da, da-da-da, da. Da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da, ba-ba-da, ba-ba-da, da-da, da-da-da, ba-ba-da, ba. Ba-da, ba-da-da, ba-ba-da, ba. Ba, ba-da, ba. Okay, you heard that, folks? Oh, shit. Just hang on, I'm trying to find you again. Just give me a moment. Trying to find Zoom. There you are.
Yeah.
Yep. So, did you hear that? That was okay?
I did. It was better. I haven't got the other song so much in my head.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll all mute, and I'll just do chords or clicks, and we're going to play along with Trish, and we're going to nice and slow, and let's see how we go. Oh, you count it in, Trish.
1, 2, 3, 4. This is and so I always stuff up that bar 8. I just can't get that rhythm right. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
It's all right. Now, yeah, you just
And I'm not staccato.
It's all right. It's totally okay because your tones are nice. Your tones are nice. That's what's matter. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to play that super slowly, and you're going to play along with me. Okay? Everybody's going to play along. You're all
Right,
going to
I'll mute.
Yeah. Okay. Of course, I'll probably make a few mistakes here too. But so one thing I noticed is you're not putting in that extra little rest on that second bar there, Trish. You're putting in a 1 beat rest, not a 1.5 beat rest. So, and that gets you out of sorts as such. Now, another thing, Trish, is you count it in 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, da da da, because that first note comes on your 3 and that when you do that 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, you're in the groove then. Exactly, Ruth, as we've both Ruths know that, you know, you need to get that groove with your count in, because then we can all fall in. So let's do it nice and slow. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Sorry. Okay, still too ringy and too fast, still too fast. I can feel it myself. Let's slow it right back, even though it makes it harder to make those nice notes nice and short. Any other comments, please? Okay, let's do it again. Okay, a 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Sorry. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. It's a little bit better. My notes are still shit. Want to do it one more time? Yeah, is that all right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And you can stay on this melody, or Ruth will, or some, maybe Susie, maybe you'll improvise, or maybe like Ruth might even go to the other Caledonia. So we'll do 2 rounds of improvising, and then I'm going to come back in with this melody. So it's going to be 1 melody, 2 improv, 1 melody. Okay. Okay. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. And another round and people that have just come in, if you want to start improvising with this, we're doing T-bone shuffle, by the way, when we come back to the melody.
Close the breakout rooms.
Okay, not over the music, thanks. Not over the music. 1, 2, 3. Another improvising or melody. Not so fast, eh? And one more time on T-bone. Sorry, folks. Not so fast, love. Freaking hell. I hope that worked for our group. Was that okay? It kept getting faster and faster.
That was good.
No, it wasn't. Don't be silly. But it's okay.
No.
It's okay.
Yeah.
We're all where we are. Yeah. So that is actually a wrap for tonight, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a lot of content. Those 3 songs are just fantastic. Ruth.
Can I just ask what bits of homework we've got? How much?
Yes.
What have we got?
Okay. Now, on the Facebook page, I want you to do an AAB blues. Okay? So, you have a C backing track that I am going to make downloadable, and so you're going to do an AAB form. You might want to play one of those songs.
So yeah, the backing track goes for 4 choruses. So
Exactly. Yes.
I guess you could do Caledonia takes up 2, but you could do, if you do Caledonia, I'd do Caledonia and then solo for 2. If you do the other ones, you could go melody, 2 lots of solo, melody again. But
yeah, sorry, I forgot about that, Sam. We were going.
yeah, Caledonia's a double. Yeah.
Solo, melody, weren't we? Yeah. Yeah. So
and we were just saying it's like, we were talking about just kind of referencing the tunes a bit in your solo and really not trying to make too long of phrases and think about really try and think of that even if this first kind of it's a kind of slightly not tech, but it's we're really trying to just stick to that AABA form. So even if it's not your favourite line, if you just get the hang of that form, I think that would be a great thing. And also just really work on your short notes for the for all those tunes. I reckon like slow down and even slow down the 3-note blues and all the tunes and just really have a go at those staccato notes because they're a bit odd.
It's like a musical haiku.
And another piece of homework is just making an improv with 3 notes but you change the rhythm of those 3 notes. So Sam's on the website. He's demonstrating it with a guitar, and he's given us the PDF. But I'll also put that on the webpage, a PDF. Just one version of a solo for the uke, right, Sam?
Well, the video that I've just done it's probably more just something you practice along with. It's just a kind of like a drill to. It's got lots of those phrases. It's that thing we did first, but I've got a whole video of it, so you can just. It's just one to warm up, and also just to get the hang of phrases that are in that style. And if you do it enough, you can kind of you can just those phrases will creep into your solos.
Now remember, you don't post that one. You just post the one where you're doing. You've got the C backing track, and you're going to do melody, improv, improv, melody. And in the improv, it's going to be an AAB form as much as possible, with some reference to the melody. You can choose whether it's Caledonia or T-Bone or even C-Jam. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Any comments or questions on tonight or the format of how things are going at all?
Jane, could you just repeat that bit? Melody, improv, melody. Was that right?
Yeah. So for C-Jam Blues and T-Bone Shuffle, because they just go for one chorus, they go melody, solo, solo, melody.
Okay.
If you do Caledonia, that takes up 2 choruses, so you can do melody, solo, solo, and don't worry about doing the melody at the end. Yeah. I think it's good to play one of the melodies because it's good to do a solo in the context of a melody.
In situ, as such.
In situ.
I'm a scientist. Hey, and next week, so that you're not unprepared next week we're stealing from the melody. So we're going to be looking at some simple songs like, simple melodic songs like Fly Me to the Moon or Autumn Leaves or Sway. And we're going to ask you to be, I'm the hard one here. I'm going to ask you to be a little familiar with the melody before class, because the whole premise is you know the melody and you change it for your improv. Is that right, Sam? Does that sound right?
Yeah, well, like the melody of a song is the other great kind of fuel for your solo. Like that. A good melody is enough to if nothing else, you've got that melody to bounce off, and it depends on the melody, but yeah, there's lots of ways you can use the melody to more or lesser extent to kind of to make a solo.
So Sam's going to help us out with what to do with the melody, because sort of like you can say that, but really you need someone to demonstrate like what. And so, but we'll have I've got about 4 melodies up there, and just be familiar enough with them so that it doesn't, you're not confused when we get to class and you're trying to just manage melody. You need to be familiar enough with the melody so that it's not a problem to change the melody. Is that yeah?
Yeah, that's right.
And they're from our usual orchestra repertoire. Probably not going to be pulling out anything new that you haven't seen before. And I think I'll put an easy song in there so that you can choose to maybe learn something like "Love Me Tender" is a very easy.
I was thinking, so it's good to have to try it with a cross section of songs, because that's what. The most obvious use for that is like someone asks you to do an intro for a song in a band, and you don't want to just play the melody as written, but if you can do a really nice kind of half solo, half melody, it's a really nice way to bring in a song. People will love you.
Thanks everybody for coming tonight. Thank you, Sam.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm sorry it went over, guys, but we just had a bit of a slow start, and this is recorded for you to go back and now you know how we're going to work it a bit, so that in the class when